and welcome if you're joining us. Apologies if you've experienced any technical difficulties from Russia. This is the Youth A female speed final in Voronezh, Russia. Hope you're all enjoying watching the speed competition. My name is Matt Groom and I'm going to be your commentator for the next couple of hours as we watch this speed final. Maria on the left, Suzuki of Japan on the right. As these two women line up, the stadium drops into silence. And Maria off to the better start there. Suzuki catching up slowly, but she's gonna slip. She does slip, pauses behind, and Maria takes it home in style as Maria takes the victory in this first round of the Youth A female. So we watch a little. So two more women out on the stage to join us, Kelly Close and Daria Tichkova. Daria on the right, Kelly on the left. Team USA versus the Ukraine in this first round. Both athletes focused. They've been qualifying this morning. This is the final for the Youth A. At the same time, we've got the final for the Youth A male as well. We just saw the first round of that. Again, apologies if there were some technical issues. We're back now with you. Daria versus Kali. And both women having a very similar start, but Kali now starts to pull ahead. Just a couple of meters up. She needs to keep this going, and she will for the victory. Kali Close with a PB there. She will walk away with the victory in the first round here tonight. We've got lots of climbing lined up, and in fact an entire week of climbing for you, with bouldering lead coming later on. And it's important if you've been watching the Olympics and IFSC World Cups, because this really is the up and coming. And we have a little look at the Youth A female speed final. And it's time for the men to come back on stage now as they line up and get ready. Two lanes, A and B. And this is not a world record standard wall. So world records will not be broken here tonight, but that doesn't mean we're not going to see some exciting climbing. Leander on the left, Marius on the right. France versus Germany. As they line up waiting for the buzzer, you can see Marius there getting his foot drilled into that starting pad. Both men off to a good start, but it's Leander who pulls away through the middle section of this wall, but a slight stumble means Marius will take the victory. What a comeback from Marius there. Marius Payet of France walks away, and it just shows in this speed climbing final, do not ever give up. Slips happen a lot. As long as you're on the wall, you're still in contention. If you're joining us, welcome to Russia. This is the Youth Championship. Swelteringly hot outside, humid, but here in this air-conditioned stadium, it's nice and cool for the athletes. Thomas versus Hirihori. Thomas from Ecuador on the right, and Ukraine's Hirihori on the left-hand side. Hirihori with that very stood-up style start, but it's done him well as he starts to pull away now. About a metre in front, goes for the final pad, stops the clock at 6.24, I think that was 6.82. Hirihori Iltisian moves forward, ever towards that final. It's relentless, this speed competition. The second it starts here, the athletes giving it everything, and it's easy to forget that although perhaps slightly younger, these athletes, this particular category, 15 and 16 years old, these will be the future of climbing. So, do you want to know who might be in the Olympics in a couple of years' time? Watch here, pick your favourites. Evgeny versus Marco on the left. Italy versus Kazakhstan. And Yevgeny with a very quick start on that right-hand lane. Marco, though, coming back at him, and it's neck and neck at the moment. Marco comes back in the final third of that route to stop the clock at 7.39. A jump and a slap, and look how close that was there. Marco just pipping Yevgeny to the finishing pad there. Maxim versus Igor now. It's Maxim Rijov versus Igor Utkin of Russia. So two teammates against each other now. It's always interesting to see them racing, seeing their similar styles, if they've been coached the same, if they've got any techniques. Especially check out the start here, because sometimes athletes from the same team tend to have the same start. And there we go, very similar, and it's Maxim who now pulls away from Igor as Igor has a slip. Maxim stops the clock nice and safely on 6.28 after Igor's little slip there down low, knocking him out of the competition. Look at that speed, and what a comeback from Igor. Another step slip at the very top, but good effort from him to recover from that moment down low. As we have a look at the results so far, you can just see in the background there the women about to start their rounds. Beatrice Colli is going to be in action against Sara Chopa. Beatrice on the left, Sara on the right. Sara looking slightly nervous as she looks out at the crowd now. We have got a crowd here in the stadium, mainly made up of the athletes and their support staff, but it is good to have cheering crowds, as you can hear in the background. Beatrice is off to the faster start there, starts to pull ahead, slight hesitation in that bottom section, but Sara also hesitated. Beatrice will win, 8.31 for Beatrice. Probably the favourite for this women's Youth A competition for the speed. And so far she's making her way through these rounds with no real drama. Sofia Bellassini versus Anna Maria Appel now. Anna Maria on the right, Sofia on the left-hand side. The athletes so focused. They have been qualifying today. Had a short break, went away, refueled, recharged, and now they're back, attempting to win the first gold medal that we'll see here in this week of competition climbing. Anna Maria Appel had a big start, but then slight hesitation down low, but she's coming back at Sofia. Sofia still just maintaining her lead at the moment, and she will walk away with it, but what a comeback that was from Anna Maria Appel. Sofia Bellassini, part of a fairly large Italian squad that have joined us. You can see how disappointed Anna Maria was there. It's been a tricky travel situation for a lot of these athletes and staff. We've all made it here to Russia, so these athletes will want to put on a true display of what they're capable of. Nuria Brockfeld now versus Manon Lebon of France. Manon on the right, Nuria on the left. Manon just looking down, trying to stay in her zone. That's what it's all about. You got to ignore the noise, ignore the pressure. Just focus on that light to start with. Both women getting off to a good start. Nuria, though, pulls ahead, but Manon is not letting her go. Manon coming back at her, but Nuria keeps it together, and she will take victory with an 8.83 for her. Nuria moves on in this competition. Powerful performance from her, you can see, right up to the very end. And that dyno, it's always worth pointing out that it is a long way from the final speed hold up to the timing pad. It's a real jump. The athletes at this point are allowed to touch the first couple of holds. They'll readjust the starting pad, as you can see, get themselves in the position, and they'll know this off by heart. They'll need muscle memory to kick in. Kelly Close on the right, Maria Laborda Sagesti on the left from Spain. Team USA, it's nice to see them out here. And of course, everyone fairly excited after that small event called the Olympics that happened a couple of weeks ago now. I know personally I haven't stopped climbing since then. Maria off to a stronger start. Callie coming back now, using her height advantage just to walk away up the wall, but it's Maria all the way, but just got pipped by Callie at the last second there. Looks like Maria had it completely in the bag, and somehow Callie pulled something out of that final third of the route. Let's check out this replay. You can see she just came back for this last kind of 6-7 holds, somehow found something in the tank and pulled that one back. Fantastic performance from her. She will move on. Nearing the end now of this Youth A competition. We have the juniors coming up after this for a short break. And we can see there the female Speed A finalists, Beatrice Colli. That's the men. One final hurdle for them until they're into the final. And the loser of this race will go into the small final to battle it out for that all-important bronze medal. The athletes just being announced onto stage now. They nervously wait. That's got to increase the tension, hasn't it? Being announced once more, the pressure intensifies, and that is the best thing about these speed finals. Every step of the competition, it steps up a little bit more. The excitement, the pressure builds. And that's the holding area. It's to the right-hand side of the stage here. The athletes line up, waiting to go through those doors and enter the speed arena. And we're surrounded, in fact, by the lead wall, which you can just see behind the athletes. That'll be taking place soon. Beatrice Colli versus Sofia Bellassini. That'll be our first race we see. Nuria Brockfeld, she comes out. Callie Chloe, the final woman out on stage. That's our top four. It's now time to find out who walks away with the first medals of our competition. There it is, bathed in the spotlight, our speed wall. I mentioned earlier, not a world record wall, so don't expect world records to be broken here tonight. We can see that final, small final, beckoning. Which athlete will go through? Who are you cheering for back at home? Always exciting to see these young climbers performing. They're so excited. I've been wandering around the arena all day, talking to them, chatting to them. In the hotels, in the venue, every athlete is excited to be competing for their country, and all of them will have an eye on the future. Hirihori on the right versus Marius on the left from France. Ukraine versus France. Both off to such a quick start, but it's Marius ahead at the moment. Hirihori Iltisyan comes back at him. He's going to make it. Look at that. It was so close, I couldn't even call it. Hirihori Iltisyan walks away, and he will come into the final. What a performance from him. It was really too close to call. Look, absolutely neck and neck until the final section. We watched this slow motion replay of what just happened. And there you can see it was only in the last couple of meters of that route that he found something extra. We watch some replays of that action. We'll get confirmation of the results for the final and small final in a couple of minutes. First of all, it's time for the women. Beatrice Colli on the left-hand side versus Sofia Bellassini on the right. Sofia lane B, Beatrice lane A. Two teammates will battle it out now. Beatrice taking a deep breath as she looks out. Both women turn to the wall now. Stadium drops into silence once again. The athletes very respectful of these starting times. Both women absolutely neck and neck at the moment. Beatrice is pulling ahead though. She's half a body ahead. She keeps on going. What a climb for her. 7.97 and a big old cheer from Beatrice as she walks away into the final. Beatrice Colli, I said before, she is probably the favourite for this women's A. She's not going to have it all her own way though. Either Nuria Brockfeld or Kelly Chloe from USA will join her in the final. Nuria there purposely strides into the arena. I like that intention in her movements. Both athletes getting clipped in. Team USA, Kelly Chloe. So Callie has a slight hesitation down low, and it's all Nuria Brockfeld at the moment. It's hers to lose. And Nuria will keep it together and move into the finals. Nuria will be against Beatrice. Play close. Will be in the small finals with Sophia. So the women exit the stage, and it's almost time for the men. Let's see who can walk away. Bronze, silver and gold medals, of course, on offer here, but it's all about pride at the moment as we have a look at the results. That is our final. And a small final. Final, of course, for gold and silver. Small final for bronze and fourth place. So here we go. This is what it has been building towards all evening. The athletes getting ready. That arena emptying out in the warm-up area. Marius with some extreme hip action there going on. Very impressed. My old hips are creaking as I watch that. Sitting down, that's what it's all about. Have a rest. So we're seeing some very quick times here tonight. In fact, incredibly quick times. I was watching the qualification earlier and I kept looking up in awe. We saw times just over 6 seconds. Really impressive. And a sign of things to come. So we have a slight pause here, but now the athletes walking onto the stage. So this is the small final. Marius Peu of France and Marco Antini of Italy. Who will walk away with the bronze medal? Let's find out. Both athletes absolutely neck and neck at the moment, but it's Marco, that powerhouse of a climber, who comes back and he will walk away with the bronze medal. Marco from Italy. As I said, a big Italian team here in the stadium. Team Italy will walk away with the first medal of this Youth World Championships in Voronezh, Russia. Bronze medal for him. All of that hard work, all of the travel complications, completely worth it as we switch almost immediately to the women. Sofia Bellassini versus Kelly Close. For our second medal of the evening, who will win bronze? Will it be Team USA or will Team Italy pick up another medal? What a start that would be for them. 2 bronzes in a couple of minutes. Actually watch replay of some early action. And that's what it means to these athletes. Impossible to watch that and not smile. So, the tension steps up again as we look at our bronze medal position. Who's going to walk away with it? Team USA, Team Italy. Callie Close on the right-hand side, Sofia Bellassini on the left. Callie had a big smile there, and then the moment of focus. She knows what this means. What a start to her IFSC career for sure. She walked away with a bronze here. Both athletes away cleanly. Zafir, though, she gets away quickly, but watch out for Callie. She's very quick in the final third. I don't think she's going to get... Oh, she is going to get it. Callie Close from Team USA. Sofia Bellassini looked like she had it in the bag. Let's watch a replay of that. But Chloe will walk away with the bronze medal. And you can see there in that final little section, Callie did not give up. She kept in touch. So this is our men's final. The athletes getting ready. Silver and gold on the line here. Maxim on the right from Team Russia. Hirihori on the left from the Ukraine. Maxim Rijov versus Hirihori Iltisyan on the left. Explosive start for both athletes with this Maxim ahead, but now Hirihori comes back at him. Hirihori slips. Maxim is going to take the gold medal with a time of just over 6 seconds, 6.01 on the clock, and there it is, a gold medal for Maxim. What a performance from him. Explosive power, held onto the wall in order to soak in the atmosphere and the moment of his gold medal. But already, there's no time to even celebrate. We move straight on to the women's final. Beatrice Colli on the left-hand side, Nuria Brockfeld on the right. Nuria tucks the rope purposefully behind her back, as does Beatrice. Similar styles in terms of that auto belay. As they now line up, right foot on the wall. Beatrice with that straight-on style. Nuria, body weight more towards one side, toes on the block. Both athletes off clean, and it's Nuria coming back now. Beatrice will have to pull something out. She now starts to speed up, and Nuria slips. It's going to be Beatrice Colli who takes the victory for Team Italy. Team Italy's gold medal. What a performance from Beatrice Colli, and that is what it means for her. Job done. She had definitely, she was the favourite coming into this final, one of the favourites, and she'll know that her trip to Russia was a complete success. Beatrice Colli walks away with the victory. We wait. And what a performance the athletes have just put on for us. If you're just joining us, don't worry, you haven't missed it all yet. You've just missed the Youth A. It's time for the juniors, which will be in a couple of minutes. Route setter's just cleaning the wall now. Hugs all round for Team Germany. And that is our stadium. We're in the commentary box on the top of your stage, behind those computers. Coaches area in front of the seating, between the barriers, and the rest of the athletes and the sports staff, friends and family, up in the seating area. As you can see, the crowd here full of athletes. So a few more minutes wait. The junior speed finals will be coming up very, very soon. My name is Matt Groom. I will be commentating all week on this Youth World Championships, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here. We've got speed tonight, lead and bouldering coming up later in the week, and of course lots and lots of categories. So if you've been missing climbing since the Olympics, this is the place to be. If you're listening to me in English, you can watch us on the IFSC YouTube channel and various other places, so set some reminders, they're all up. We'll just have a little bit of a pause here. It's time to go and get a coffee if you've been watching. Grab a little snack and join us in a few minutes. Keep us on in the background though so you don't miss a second of this action. Watch a replay now. Just watching replays of the Youth A that we saw earlier on this evening. Amazing watching the speed climbing in this slow motion. You can just see how much you have to give it. It's all about the legs. It's a sport that, or a genre of a sport that I've tried a few times, and trust me, it is so much harder than it looks on TV. Currently the route setters are just cleaning the speed routes, getting it all ready. That's something they've been doing throughout the qualifying process here today, just making sure that everyone has the same chance of making it into the finals. And what moments we saw earlier, Batuccia Colli there walking away with the victory. Let me run you through the rest of the action that's taking place over the next week. Tomorrow, Sunday, we have the lead qualifying, boulder qualifying for various groups. We won't be streaming any of that. We're streaming the semi-finals and finals. And on Monday, we have the lead semi-finals. Taking place at 10 o'clock. 12:30, another boulder semi-finals. And then more qualifying rounds. Tuesday, it's finals time. Lead finals, bouldering finals. Various different categories taking place throughout the day from 10 o'clock all the way up until 9:30 at night. So take the day off work immediately, settle back for some youth climbing. On Wednesday, another busy day. Lead finals right in the morning at 10 o'clock. And then qualifications for the rest of the time, but we will be broadcasting the lead finals at 10 Russian time. On Friday, lead semi-finals again in the morning, and the lead finals in the evening. Saturday, boulder semi-finals, lead finals, boulder finals. It basically goes on like that. You can check out the IFSC website for updated information. Voronezh, a city over 1 million people. All the athletes, or a lot of the athletes, taking the train. Yeah, the athletes taking a 6-hour train journey, us included, and it was actually quite a privilege to sit on that train and come down with them. A 6-hour train journey from Moscow, heading south. Just flashing up the screen there. My name's Matt Groom. That's the temperature, but not inside. 26 degrees. It's felt a lot hotter than that and has been a lot hotter. It was up to 34 the other day, and it's the humidity here. And Voronezh, that's really been quite a surprise. It wasn't something I was expecting. Very, very hot and humid outside, but in this stadium, air-conditioned, of course. Right now, packed with people. Certainly good conditions for these athletes to show their best. Gentleman running in front of the camera there, why not? You are live to the world, my friend. And thank you for joining us for this. If you think the youth competitions are perhaps something to miss, you are wrong. In fact, we have some big names. Oriane Berton, one of them, who will be competing later on. A regular on the senior circuit. Alexandra Totkova as well, she'll be competing. So some current superstars on the senior circuit of the IFSC will be here this week. And there's a chance to see the up-and-coming athletes. Of course, it's a big step up from the junior categories into the senior categories, but something that a few athletes do with ease. You know who I'm thinking of here. Some fairly famous names have come through this Youth World Circuit. Laura Rogaro, of course, 3 gold medals in 2019 in Arco, boulder lead and combined, when she was competing in the Youth Championships. Oriane Berton, silver medal for her. Mejdi Schalk, again, silver medal for him. Both athletes competing for Team France. And Colin Duffy, of course, what an Olympics he had, getting into the finals, and silver medal in lead for him in 2019 in the last Youth World Championship. So it is worth watching this. If you're a betting person, watch this, place a bet for the next Olympics, and then thank me when you make millions. Send a check if you want. So nice shots of our waiting audience and athletes, some of them competing in the speed. And for a lot of them, their time will come later on in the week. Strange to think when we pan around this stadium that this could be the future of our sport sitting there. The judges, well, what a job they have. It's easy to quickly blame the judges, but trust me, I've seen the rule book, I've seen the decisions that many need to make, and it is such a complex series of decisions. It's easy to think the climbing, you just get to the top of the wall and that's it, but no, there's a lot to it. And the juniors back in the holding area now. Again, interesting to watch their different styles, some chilling out. We have got some famous Olympians living in the city. Dmitry Sultin comes for Voronezh, and he is an 8 times Olympic diving medalist. Just a little fun fact for you there. So this city has pedigree. So we are very, very close to this junior competition. That is our speed wall. The holds by now will be familiar. The wall, not a world record wall, so world records will not be set here tonight, but still, we have seen some blisteringly quick times. Hello to everyone watching at home. Some serious climbing fans out there glued to their screen right now. I know people have been excited about this competition for a while. There is Team Spain, always popular on the circuit. In fact, we were on the train with them. A gentleman in front of me doing maths homework. It looked very complex. I thought I'd offer my help and I decided better of it. I feel like I'm spying into people's lives here as I'm trying to talk about the audience's reactions. Let's hope we don't catch anyone, and everyone being very corona safe at the moment. Usually when I say this, someone will have a mask off somewhere, but right now all the athletes paying close attention. Of Russia being very strict with everything. And in fact, the organisers in this stadium have been cleaning all day. Every time we turn around, someone else is cleaning something else, so people taking it very, very seriously here, as they should do. So we're minutes away now, ladies and gentlemen. If you've gone and had a coffee and you got me on in the background, now is the moment to come back to your screens and have a little watch. I love watching the different warm-up styles of these speed athletes. You do get your normal running on the spot, but there's some very interesting movements going on. This will be Vadim Ishkimentov versus Yaroslav Pashkov first up for the men. That's it, lads. Kick back, relax, watch some climbing. Do remember you can follow us along at the IFSC, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe while you're there, why don't you? And hello to everyone watching on television as well. Nice to see you. I think they're just acting chill like that now. They know they're on camera. They do know they're on camera. They're watching themselves on camera. This is definitely set up. There is relaxing going on into next level. Relaxing. How long can they keep? There we go. The camera switches away. They can let their position go now. That is a horde of judges down in the area. The judges with blue shirts. And I tell you what, how exciting are the graphics for the IFSC youth competition. Cartoony style graphics. I absolutely love it. On t-shirts, hoodies you can buy. You can see them there on some of the judges. I might have to go and make a little purchase of that. Team Austria. Jakob Schubert, of course, winning that bronze medal in the Olympics a couple of weeks ago. Coming back to a hero's welcome in Austria, so they'll have something to live up to. This was earlier action from the speed. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the athletes are being announced onto the stage. Disappointment as well as jubilation, of course. Team USA, stand up for the cameras. What are they spelling? Right, let's get on with the action. Yaroslav on the left, Vadim on the right. And Yaroslav off to the far quicker start, powering his way up that wall. He's going to stop the climb. 6.29 for him. Yaroslav Pashkov moves forward. You know the drill by now. All the men will go, then all the women will go. We'll go alternative times until we reach our winner. Sebastian Luca from Germany on the left. Gaëtan Petri on the right-hand side from France. Gaëtan Petri versus Sebastian Luca. France versus Germany in the second group of athletes out for this men's final. Qualified earlier on in the day. Sebastian off to a quick start, but watch Gaëtan as he now starts to come back. He's not going to win this unless he finds something else. Sebastian will progress to the next round. Sebastian from Germany. Linus from Team Germany on the left. Matvey on the right. And Kazakhstan. Great to see some Kazakhstani athletes here. Matvey, so quick off the mark, but it's Linus all the way here. Linus Bader will win, and he does. 6.29 for him. Consistent speed throughout there. Never really a pause or hesitation. He was just relentless right up until the very end. Linus takes victory. Doing what he needs to be done in this first round. Just want to get through safely. No full starts, please. Interesting double plaster there on Matvey's knees. Perhaps speed climbing rough on the knees. Lorenz Bodenschoffer versus Dorian Zedler. Lorenz on the left, Dorian on the right. Lorenz Bodenschoffer versus Dorian Zedler. Little adjustment of the speed pad. Both athletes fairly straight on the wall. And it's Lorenz, who hesitates and slips, luckily at the same moment as Dorian and Lorenz. I thought for a second there he might lose it, but he was just far enough ahead, and Dorian slipped. That's Lorenz's slip, you can see, but didn't let it stop him really. He was too much in that groove. Just slightly slipping off the foot. Finds it though. Bekner Altenbergov versus Matteo Boreno. Matteo on the right. Bekner on the left-hand side. It's PB 6.33. Of course, you know the drill by now, but if you're new to speed climbing, in the finals, the aim is simply to beat your opponent. It doesn't matter how slowly you do it or how quickly you do it. You just need to hit that final pad in front of your opposition. And it's Beckner with the quickest start and accelerating through the midsection of the route, but a big slip. There's Matteo back in. Beckner, though, showing some true class, 7.51 even with that slip. One to watch. Yeah, amazing performance there. He had a huge slip in the middle of the route, almost lost his way entirely, and somehow just kept going. And sometimes that's what you need with speed climbing, the ability to pick up from a mistake, keep on going. Jacopo Stefani. This is Dimitri Mozenjad. Of course, this is Dimitri's home youth championships. You can see the focus on his face, closes his eyes for a second. Is that nerves? Is that aggression kept in there? He's going to need it in a second. Jacopo on the left, Dimitri on the right. Both athletes lining up. Dimitri explosive off the blocks, but it's Jacopo now coming back, and Jacopo making the best of his advantage down low. 6.31 for him. Team Italy again, such a strong team, especially in the speed climbing competition. Stefano getting the job done. Dimitri not quite finding it today. Daniel Ukrov versus Maxim Yakovlev on the right. Sorry, Maxim on the left. Yes, no, I'm right. Maxim on the right. Daniela on the left-hand side. Very close PBs there. Could be a close race. Daniela, he gets the quicker start. Maxim looking like he's struggling down low. Daniela is pulling out a heck of a run, 6.42. That's graphic right, smashing his personal best there. And finally, our final two athletes out on stage, lining up. Hajime Takida, Darren Skulik. Team Japan, as we all know from the senior competitions, has such depth to their squad. This could be future Olympians we're watching now. Darren there just last minute air climbing. Every second of practice counts. He's got a knee pad on the right hand side, interesting. Probably through, not a knee pad, but knee protection certainly. Hajime looks like he's going to take this win, but Darren running it all the way to the end, pushing him close. Hajime Takida takes the win. So that's our male competition, the junior male done on the first round for certain. And now it's time for the female juniors. That's confirmation of the athletes progressing to the next round, into the quarter-final. Capucine Vigoloni versus Aida Torres. Aida, a much slower personal best, but remember, They might not have been competing for very long when that personal best was recorded. Let's see if she's improved that time. She needs to. She's going to beat Capucine with a 7.68 PB. Capucine immediately off the mark, and Ida slightly struggling at the moment. But Capucine has a little slip down low. Ida not giving in. She's coming back. Capucine will take the victory, though. Strong performance from her. She's got more in the tank for sure. It's always hard to pace yourself in these rounds, and of course, as we've seen, you don't want to pace yourself too much. Athletes coming back all through this competition. It's a long way to come for this Youth Championships. Got to keep it going all the way to the end. Sofia Hildaka versus Erika Piscopo on the right-hand side. Right, let's see how these women will fare. Very similar starting positions, although Sofia with the right hand on the top hold. Both going for the dyno start, and it's Erika now coming back. Sofia, though, is still in the lead. Now she slips. It's going to be Erika's race. It is. Erika with 8.61. Good race from her. Takes a deep, deep breath. Have to fight that all the way until the end. That's how athletes lined up like they're a bit on a train. Can you imagine how nerve-wracking that must be, stepping ever closer to your moment in the spotlight? Easily stops the clock in the win. Francisca Rita will move forward. Easy victory from her eventually. Started off quickly, found a high performance, a high level of speed as she came through the middle part of that route. Nice footwork, and she will top out in style to move forward into the next round. Julia Ovchinnikova on the left, Teresa Simbakova on the right-hand side. There's Julia with a quicker start from her home country. A crowd screaming her name now as she nears the top of the wall, but a huge pause for her allows Teresa to come back, but it's not going to be enough. Julia will move forward. To highlight that massive slip she had. Julia Randi versus Ashley Fisher, I should say. Sorry about that. Ashley Fisher on the right, Julia Randi on the left. Ashley on paper, the underdog at the moment, but these PBs might have been collected from different times, different stages in these athletes' the athletes' processes. Julia Randi, though, confident off the blocks, easily pulling ahead of Ashley now. She is going to take victory for Italy. Julia Randi moving forward, progressing. Good race from her. Plenty left in the tank, but 7.94, strong performance. And look, some of these athletes will back off a little bit if they know they're in a winning position, but often it kind of throws you off if you slow down. Once you're in that groove, it's better to keep going. Perhaps just take it down a little notch so you don't slip, but course, they will have to race again, so just getting themselves in that quick mentality that is best at this stage. Kyra versus Anna. Anna from Italy. Both athletes completely neck and neck at this stage, but Chiara slightly slips behind. Anna looks like she's going to take victory, but a huge slip at the top will let Kyra in, and you can see the reaction from Anna there just in the last metre of that route. It all came crashing down around her. Let's watch a replay of that. She's in the lead at this stage. Slight hesitation there, but watch this huge moment coming up. There, look, the foot pop, double foot pop before the dyno. Emma on the right-hand side from Team USA, Maya on the left. Iran versus America here. Team USA behind at the moment from Emma. It's going to be Maya. What a performance from her. 9.31 is her best time. 8.51 she stops the clock at. All right, coming to the end of this juniors female round. One final race to go here before we will switch back to the men. Polina on the left-hand side from Russia, and it's Team Germany's Sandra on the right. Polina with a huge height advantage, but I said earlier, it doesn't really make a difference, and you can see there immediately Sandra coming back at her. Polina then unleashes another gear, pulls away, and she will take the victory. Polina walks away there. 8.22 on the clock for her. Watch a replay of that. Pure power pushing all the way to the very end. If you're totally new to climbing this route, about 6B, if you were to climb it, is a lead route. But of course, when you try to climb it as quickly as these athletes, it doesn't really become a 6B anymore. Fairly irrelevant, but just to give you an understanding of the kind of grade they're climbing. Route created in 2005, hasn't been changed since. Yaroslav versus Sebastian. Yaroslav Pashkov versus Sebastian Luque of Germany. Neck and neck at this turn. Yaroslav, though, starting to pull ahead now. This is going to be very quick. Stops the clock at 6.05. I told you the standard was high here. Yaroslav just winning that race. We watch Sebastian Luque, his performance. Strong race from him, no real mistakes. Perhaps a slight pause there, but 6.22 for him. I mean, about as close as it comes. Linus Bader, this is Lawrence Hugenshofer of Austria. Lawrence sporting some great hair going on there, loving the red. Got an opportunity to watch Lawrence close up on his qualification round on the balcony, looking over in the speed wall, and trust me, this gentleman has got some power in his legs. Won't be easy though. Linus on the left from Team Germany. Linus with a big slip down low, now recovers, and look at that pace. Lawrence as well though, he stepped it up. Lawrence with the victory. Linus with his head in his hands there. That was an up and down race, truly. Both athletes looked like they'd lost it, won it at various points. Lawrence walk away with that close fought victory, and Linus, I don't think he can quite believe that one. Looked like it was his in the bag before the slips. Look at the big slips there. You can see he had to completely refocus himself. Altenbekanov on the left, Jacopo Stefani on the right from Italy. Bekner Altenbekanov and Jacopo Stefani on the right. Let's see what these two can do. Wearing the same shoes. Athletes neck and neck at the moment. What a race this is. Jacopo slips, Bekner slips. Jacopo now comes back, and Jacopo literally on that final hold. This is some of the most exciting racing I've seen in a speed final. Wonderful to watch. Hard not to enjoy these speed competitions. It really is just such a pure form of climbing. Look at double slips early on. Jacopo coming back though, and again a slip, double slip from Bekner. Head in hands moment for him. Daniel Ukov. Hajime Tekenda on the right from Team Japan. Danila from Team Russia, Hajime from Japan. What can these two do now? Again, different starting styles. Danila Ukov with a higher right hand. And it is Danila who's coming now through this middle section of the route, finds some speed. Danila will stop the clock. But I tell you what, that was a 6.11 versus 6.14. How close was that? Look at that, and a sort of backflip there as he goes inverted down the wall. Got to pull that one back before you touch the ground, haven't you? Confirmation then. Nearing that final position now, the women in the background of that graphic you can see getting themselves ready. Capisina Vigilone on the left-hand side, Erika Piscopo from Italy on the right. Chalking up, getting ready to go. No time to chalk up mid-route, of course, although extra style points if that was ever achieved. Capucine lines herself up, looking up towards that final finishing pad. Both women off clean, no full starts from anyone so far, but Erika falls low down on the route. It's going to be Capucine Biglione, who almost has a slip of her own. Capucine will progress. I'm sure we'll see a replay in a minute. As my commentator's cursor, I said everyone's clean so far, and then we see really a big slip from her. That's Capucine's victory. 7.83. Franziska Ritter versus Julia on the right hand side. Julia Ovchinnikova of Russia versus Franziska Ritter. Close PBs, both these women. It's going to be close, and it is close. Franziska, though, has a couple of moments down low. She's starting to pull ahead. Up for the jump. Franziska will walk away with the win. Franziska Ritter there. Good performance for her. She was being pushed all the way by Julia. Julia Randi. She's on the left-hand side of your screen. Chiara Pellicane just managed to pull off the victory in her last round. Julia versus Chiara. Julia probably the favourite for this one, but it is going to be close. Julia away cleanly at the moment through the mid part of the route, nearing the end now. She keeps pushing. Chiara will lose that one. 7.84 for Julia Randi. It's our final race of this round of the competition. We'll switch back to the men in a second. If you're just joining us, welcome to Russia for the Youth World Championships. Speed climbing tonight, that's what it's all about. Bouldering and lead later on in the week. Maya on the left, Polina on the right-hand side. Clean start from both women. Maya in the lead at the moment. What a turn of speed she has. Final 3 holds for her. She stops the clock at 7.88. Maya will move forward. Maya Darbian will progress in our competition. Nearing the medal time. That's the women's side of things done for that round. That's the confirmation of the athletes moving forward, top 4 into the final and small final, gold, silver and bronze, and 4th place on the line at the moment. Biglioni and Rita will go into the final. Randi Darbian into the small final. And this is the competition we're about to see. Pashko versus Borishofer on the top. Uklov versus Stephanie on the bottom. Coaches waiting nervously. I think they're more nervous than the athletes at the moment. A lot of those coaches will be helping out the senior teams as well as the junior teams. They have a very busy season. You can imagine how much travel work goes into that. Our athletes are announced. Daniel Ukov, Jakubos Jacopo, Stephanie, Lawrence, Pogostova and Yaroslav Pashkov will make up our final four, top four for the men. Now for the women. Oops. Which way do we go off? Francisca gets announced. Francisca Rita. Ah, I see. We're keeping everyone on stage. Fair enough. Francisca Rita, Julian Arandi, Maya Darbian, and Capucine Figolone will be our top four women. So there they are. The juniors, that's the best 8 in the junior categories here in Voronezh, Russia, for the Youth World Championships. My name is Matt Groom. We'll bring you all the action from this week. And it is a busy week, so make sure you check out the IFSC pages to find out all of the times for the competition, so you don't miss a moment. Love that camera panning from the speed zone into the warm-up zone. It's literally right next to them, separated by a door. Men getting their shoes on, getting ready. We're at the back. My colleague waving at you there. I'm on the screen to the right-hand side. There he is. Thank you very much. And that's our audience. Masks on. For most. As our finalists nervously wait as the music runs. Big breath out there, hitting his leg. Not too hard, mate. You need them. It's interesting, the speed climbing, sort of little superstitions, little habits they get into in order to get themselves ready. They will generally follow the same procedure for every round. It's all about sort of shutting out all of the extra noise and confusion that goes on. All you want to do is focus on what you know you can do. These athletes have trained so hard for this. Now it all just comes down to who can keep it together on the night. Let's find out who will progress into the finals. Yaroslav on the left, Lawrence on the right. Will we see a Russian in the finals? Yaroslav with the better PB, 6.28 compared to Lawrence's 7.36. And is Yaroslav off to a very powerful start, but watch Lawrence, he has a habit of coming back. I don't think he's going to make it this time. Yaroslav will be in the finals, our first confirmed men's junior finalist. Lawrence will go into the small final to fight for that bronze medal. Jacopo Stephanie from Italy, he's on the left. Daniela Uklov from Russia on the right. Could see an all-Russian final here if Daniela manages to get it done. Jacopo, though, will be trying to stop him, of course. Italy versus Russia. Off to a clean start, and it's Jacopo all the way at the moment, but Daniela is coming back at him. In fact, he's come right back at him. Jacopo doesn't take the victory. Daniela, what a performance from him. Daniela, sorry. So we will have an all-Russian men's junior male final. What a race that was. You can see how close that was, pushing each other all the way. Daniel fought to the very end to take that win. Capucine Viglione on the left-hand side, Franziska Rita on the right. This is for a place in that all-important women's final. Both off clean at the moment. Franziska slightly ahead at the moment as we near the halfway mark, but a huge slip from both women. Franziska, though, managed to hold on, and she will take the victory. Capucine had a slip and then a massive slip to send her spinning back down to the ground. So Franziska in the final, safe from her. Drama here, as always in the speed competition. It's always tricky, you have to put it to one side, immediately concentrate on the next comp. You almost want a second just to soak it in a little bit. Julia Randi, she'll be on the left-hand side of your screen. Maya Darbrien on the right. Maya has been on a run of form in this competition so far. She has got the slower PB. Will this be Julia's race? Julia's not having her own way. She's having to battle hard here. Maya pushing her. Slight slip from Maya, but it is going to be Julia as she reaches and dynos. 7.67 for her. What a Youth Championships team Italy is having so far. So we know our finalists, we know our small finalists. All we need to work out now is who's going to walk away with the bronze, silver and gold medals. And there are judges, a lot of judges. What do you call a collection of judges? A judgment, perhaps. There they are, the judgment of judges. Got some replays. Our athletes got to be where they are. Lawrence just missing out there, you can see. Good time for him though, that's what he was cheering about. High drama in the arena so far. Nearing the end of this juniors competition at the moment. We had the Youth A earlier on. And that is our speed wall on the left-hand side of the arena. In the middle of it, that's the lead wall, which will be in play later in the week. And behind the commentary box, if you're watching the screen earlier, that was the bouldering wall. Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Voronezh Bogashova will be on the left-hand side of your screen. Jacopo Stephanie in the right-hand side. So, Austria versus Italy for bronze and 4th place. Could be anyone's victory, this. Close PBs. Lawrence has been great to watch throughout this competition. Jacopo, consistently quick. What a start from both men. absolutely neck and neck at this stage. Lawrence might pip it at the final moment, and he does. How close is that? 6.00 for Lawrence, 006 technically, 6.037. But Jacopo, very close. But it will be a bronze medal for Austria and Lawrence. Races do not come much quicker than this. Congratulations from the athletes in the holding area there. Everyone knowing what that means. That'll never leave your CV in the stats forever. Lawrence bronze medal, 2021. Voronezh, Russia. That is our crowd here in the stadium. A lot of athletes registered to compete. And some of them won't be here because they'll be a 3-1. Who can keep it together in this moment? Intense pressure for both of these women as they line up, getting themselves ready. Seconds to go here. Bronze medal about to be decided here in Russia. Buzzer beeps down. Capucine off to the quicker start, keeping it together through the middle of the route, but a bit of a pop for her. Now she finds her rhythm, and she will stop the clock for the bronze medal. Capucine Viglione will win bronze. Great performance from her, really got into her groove. A slight slip in the middle, but nothing to really worry about. Fist bumps, job done. Right, it's finals time, ladies and gentlemen. This is the crescendo of tonight's entertainment. Not sure crescendo is the right word, but you know what I mean. Russia versus Russia in the finals. Yaroslav Pashkova versus Daniil Uvalov on the right. Daniila. Oh, Daniil. Daniila Uvalov on the right. Yaroslav Pashkov on the right. On the left. So, Russia versus Russia. Teammate versus teammate. Gold and silver medal on the line. Yaroslav off to the quicker start. Daniila comes back at him though. It's going to be Yaroslav if he can hold it together, and he does. 5.80. What a time from him. Yaroslav will walk away with the gold medal and an amazing time from him. Close to the world record, but of course this is not a world record walk. So the men exit the arena as the women stride out for their final. Francisca Rita. This is Giulia Randi. Gold and silver, whatever happens in this race, these women will be walking away with a medal, but on paper, Giulia Randi quicker, 7.87. Francisca, 8.33 for her. Forget about paper though, it's all down to the next few seconds. Both women off clean, and it is Francisca with the faster start. Giulia's coming back at her now slowly, neck and neck at this stage. Francisca again finds a different gear, 7.73 for her. Francisca will get the gold medal here in Russia. Silver for Giulia Randi. Let's watch that. It really was a close run thing. Julia pushing her all the way, but Francisca there started to find another level of speed. Won it in the air pretty much. How many of these races have we watched tonight finishing, being decided in the air? She can't quite believe that. That was an amazing race. What a spectacle to watch. That was close. That really was close. Our cameras are really showing you all the action here. So our first night of finals is done as Team Germany group hugs in the middle. Everyone bubbling, of course. Whole of Team Germany comes in. Anyone else? Oh, there is someone else. There he comes. You can't see him. He's run on from the other side. Team Germany. Big group hugs. Lovely to see. It means so much. Really lovely to watch. I always get a bit emotional when I watch these moments in sport. These athletes have been training for so many years. They're so young still at this stage. What a future they have ahead of them. Hopefully many more medals to be won. She can't quite believe that, can she? So the athletes will be moved from this area now as we get the podium set up and ready. I hope you enjoyed that back at home. Remember, we have a packed week all this week. Sunday we won't be having live streams, it's qualification rounds, but from Monday onwards, every single day we'll be bringing you climbing. In fact, on Monday, well, from 10, we'll be starting with the lead semi-finals, and then followed by the bouldering semi-finals. It's going to be a head switch. Stick with me, I'll be here all week, hopefully getting some guests into the commentary box. Certainly we'll be talking to athletes and coaches as they come through. But do stick with us for this podium. It was good to see the athletes getting what they deserve after a tough day. They qualified earlier on today, especially for the female juniors. They only finished about 40 minutes before first final started. If you had to pick one day to watch this competition, Tuesday the 24th of August is packed. 10 o'clock in the morning we kick off with the lead finals and we finish at 9:30 for the ceremony for the boulder finals. Well, that is the confirmation. Francisca Rita will get the gold medal. Giulia Randi silver, and bronze Capucine Biglione. For the men, Yaroslav Pashkov, what a race that was. Gold medal for him with an amazing time of 5.80. Daniel Ukolov in silver, and in third, Lawrence Bogashov from Team Austria will walk away with the bronze medal. Team Germany still in pride of place in the centre of our athlete holding area. Couple of minutes break now before the podium, so again, take this opportunity if you need a bit of a break from the climbing you've witnessed tonight. Now's your time. Let's watch some replays of how we got to these podium positions. It was an awesome display of climbing from everyone here tonight. Future of speed climbing is bright, I tell you that much, with some of these times. 5.80. Can't quite believe that from Yaroslav. That's Lawrence. Right, Bogenstofer with his bronze. Podium ceremony will be coming up shortly. Do stay, watch that. Great to see the replays of all that action. That women's final, what a performance that was. Amazing race, as you can see watching the replay, just how tight it was. Franziska finally walked away in the air with that, the win. Julia Randy almost looked to Franziska for confirmation that she got silver place there, I think. It's one of the loneliest auto belay descents that if you've got the silver, and one of the most wonderful if you're gold. You want to milk every second of that if you're a gold medalist. So the podium will be seconds away. Here in Russia, it's all getting ready, getting sorted out. Organisers running around, getting everything organised. Right, we're going to call it a day in terms of me speaking to you guys. I hope you enjoy the podium ceremony. These athletes working so hard tonight for their well-deserved medals. Stay around, support them. We'll be here in the stadium. Come back on Monday for more live stream action. On Sunday, we've got the qualifying rounds, and we won't be live streaming them, but of course the IFSC will keep you updated with all the results, so go to the website. And remember to check our social media. Follow us along while you're there, and we've got some great stories coming from this event all week. Thank you for joining me here tonight for this speed final. We'll be back on Monday. Have a lovely evening, everyone.